Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video here on Raid Shadow Legends. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new after party event that is going to be the new Heroes Path for Fabian to get some rewards related to him. We're going to be talking about some of the ways that you can actually get through this a little bit quicker. Now, some of you may know these tips already, some of you may not. But there is an easier way in order to progress, especially when it comes to leveling up champions. Some things that I'm not sure if I've shared in other videos. So I do want to go over that here today and kind of do a bit of an overview of the event. But before we get started, I do want to mention that if you haven't started an account yet on Raid Shadow Legends, make sure that you download using the QR code in the top right or the link in the description below to get yourself a free legendary LNRL, Rector Drath, and Ugo, two really great epics in the game there. And that's not all. You'll also get yourself a Supreme Gallic free if you use the code Supreme6 as one of your first promo codes when you start your brand new account. Now, if you found the information in this video helpful, do me a favor, click on that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for all videos Raid Shadow Legends here on the Boilon channel. So let's get started here with the video. Right, so this event just started, the After Party Path. It's a Heroes Path event. Some people thought that maybe there was going to be a Titan event from like Mad Hatter. That was about 2 months ago now, I think, for that. But we have the winding down of the anniversary and the Festival of Creation in the form of the After Party Path. And I've got started with this a little bit here before we started the video, but this is going to be going around for 4 days, at least as of recording. So I'm recording this at like 1:30 in the morning on Friday. So this will be running for me until Tuesday morning when this finally finishes. But as far as the rewards go, pretty typical Heroes Path sort of rewards. The intent is to go down the side to pick up. I want to talk about these path keys because there's going to be other ways in which you can get these. But I do want to talk about the 4 red that you can get here. Or sorry, the 5 red you can get for Fabian there, the 4 red that you can get for Fabian here, and then all the way down at the bottom there's a 3 red. And I'm not quite sure why this is here. Maybe it's for these other rewards, but you actually have to spend more points to get down here for the 3 than you do to actually unlock the keys section here to get the 4. The 5 is going to be a little bit more challenging on the points as well. Although, honestly, that the extra points involved to get the keys is not that significant. Like, you're looking at about maybe an extra 7,000 per line here to get the 2 keys, like to then that's a lot. 35,000 is a lot for the 5 red. So that's a big jump to go from 4 to 5. Not only do you have to go down 2 extra lines for the keys here, so that's about 14,000 points like in total here, but then there's 35 to get the 5. So jumping from the 4 to the 5 is like almost 50,000 coins. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But what I guess I didn't understand is that if you went down a single line, and then you would still have to pay like 5,000, 12,000, 18,000, 23 just to get the 3. But if you do 2 of these lines for the keys and get the 4, it's actually cheaper. So if you're all you care about is the red stars for Fabian, if you did manage to unlock him, then I would just go for that 4, which is what I'm planning on doing for my hero's path. So I'm not going to buy anything just yet, but I'm going to be basically going down the left-hand side here, picking one of these lines, and then this line here, right, and then going down here to pick up these 2 keys here because I want to get the epic book, and I wouldn't mind the speed glyph and save that, and then pick up these 2 keys, and then just open this and get the 4 red. And I think I calculated that in total to be somewhere around 30,000, I think. So just some mental math, like 1,500, and then 8,500 once I get the key. I'm going to round up a little bit. I'm going to do some rounding. 10,000, 12,000, 15.5, 16.5, 17.5, 21.5, 24, 25, 25.5, 20, so even less, maybe like 26,000. I'm sitting at 2,400. So how can you get the points for this? And how can you do it a little bit quicker? So I'm going to remove my cam box here. Oh, there we go. Get myself out of the way there. So you can see the points. Now, this is kind of similar to champion training events, right? Like all this stuff, the level up and rank up champions. This is stuff that you've probably seen before. So that's nothing special. Now, if you do a rank up between a rank 5 and rank 6, which actually I need to do for my Fabian. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of food grinding. in order to get my Fabian up to 6-star. And just in general, 4 days of food farming should get me a decent amount of points. But there's some really easy tips for those of you who don't know. And if you're trying to push, maybe you don't have a lot of food to farm, or you don't have a lot of energy, or you just don't want to do that. Like, you can do some shortcuts, I suppose, with your shards. I am going to try and see how much I can do with just food farming, and then see, if I need to supplement it with some of the shards here down below. You're going to get a fair bit of points here, though, with sacred shards and primal shards having the most significant value here. Right, so one sacred shard is equivalent to about 15 ancient shards. Now, if you're sitting on a boatload of mystery shards, that might help you. I have like 2,000 mystery shards, which would get me like maybe 1.25 worth of sacred shards. So I don't know if I want to blow that quite yet. We're gonna see like how it comes in about 2 or 3 days, and where I'm sitting at after food farming, to see how much I need to make up to get this 4 red. I honestly think that based on what I've done so far already in like 1 hour, I think that this is viable, in my opinion, if you're willing to maybe spend some gems. Let me get myself back up there. If you're willing to spend some gems, and if you have some brews. Now, not everyone knows this method. Hopefully those people who've been playing for a while, but if you're new to the game, I want to show you what I've been doing. So I kind of got 3 characters up to level 30. I think I'm going to do a promotion just to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Now, I have 3 characters that I need to take up to 4-star for food, right? But before I do that, before I feed some of these other characters up to do that, one thing that's really easy for you to do is take them, instead of fusing them and feeding them at level 1, don't do that, especially during one of these events or events like this. What you want to do is you want to feed it a brew, maybe 2 actually. You can get, so 1 brew is going to take them to level 10. 2 brews will take them to 15. So I'm going to do that. Probably 2 brews is fine. You get an extra 56 party coins. And that might not seem like a lot, but when you're doing this over a bunch of characters before you fuse them up, that's really going to start to add up. So I'm going to take my level 30. I'm going to, well, okay, so in this case, I could just use my turkeys, but once I run out of turkeys here in a minute, then I'm going to do, I'm going to start using some of the other actual heroes. And I'm going to do the same thing for my 4-star, because this is actually going to be food for one of my level 40s that I've kind of, or sorry, one of my 4-stars I've maxed up to get to 5-star. But before I feed this guy, I'm going to do the exact same thing. But instead of 2 brews, I'm probably going to do 3, because I need to get to level 18 there. You could do like 1 more, I guess. Depends on how many brews you're sitting on. That could take you to 21. That'll get you an extra 3 levels for 1 brew. It depends on how many brews and what colors. I need to really start fooding up some green characters, because I have a lot of green brews that I could use this for. So that's going to give me 140 party coins at 4-star, and I didn't even need to spend any energy to do that. Right? So if you do this enough times, it's really going to bridge the gap and really add up in terms of the total amount of coins or event points or whatever. It's not just this event, the Hero's Path, but any kind of champion training related event. This is really going to help you out. So I'm going to take my 3-star over here. I'm going to upgrade him with the turkeys. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to feed him, was it 4 brews? Did I do 3 brews or 4 brews for this guy? I think I did 4. So we're going to do 4. We're going to do 4 brews at 4-star. Maybe that's why I did 3 brews at 3-star, 4 brews at 4-star, where you can get him to level 21. And then for my other 30 that I have here, I think I'm out of turkeys, right? So in this case, what I want to do is I want to have so many of these Diabolists. So I'm going to do 3 blue brews to the Diabolists. And again, where are you getting these brews? You get them in the daily. You get a free claim like every single day. You also get some from your daily objectives. And you also get them from the clan boss as well, too. So 68 just for doing that. Again, might not seem like a lot, but it's really going to add up over time. And that's going to give you a significant leg up on these events for basically not having to spend any energy. So I'm just showing you how to do that there. And then I take those 3 that I leveled up. That one's level 15, but that's okay, whatever. And then we're going to do that. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing. And then is that 4? I might actually have 4 of them leveled up already. There we go. It's 4 to go up to 4 brews. I need to food up some green spirit champions, because I have a lot of those brews lying around. And then I have a level 40 here. Did I have 4 of them? No, I have 3 of them. Okay, so I need to go back and do some grinding, right? And, I've already done some videos talking about food grinding. That's of no surprise there. You're going to go to Brutal 12-3. You're going to get your characters. You're going to get your carry, in which case, in this case, mine's Alice. I've spoke about Alice quite a bit on the channel here. We're going to take, no, not 3-star. Well, we could do that too, but we don't need to do that. I think I need more regular 3 stars. I think that's what I need, right? Oh, no, I need to level them up to 3. Sorry, I need to level them up. Yeah, so I do need to level these up actually to max. and then I'm going to start food farming and then get some other greens to probably fuse into them, that kind of thing. So do that, right? And then you're going to be able to do this. You're going to do this really quick with your carry, which is probably going to be someone with very good AoE. And for some reason, my Alice did not actually clear that in one go. And then you're going to clear that and spin. I call it the spin to win. Alice's spin to win. So a lot of this is going to come. There's only two ways to get points, right? You're either going to be doing champion training related stuff. In this case, leveling up. There we go. Just for one run, I got 108 coins, right? And that's getting all of these characters to I don't know what it lands with in one run, right? That's like level 10. So that's really nice there. And I'm going to go back and keep doing that. But for the purposes of the video, just going to show you that one time. Another really good place to get XP boosts is going to be the Forge Pass. So I think I brought this up in a previous video, but I did pick up the Forge Pass, and now is a really great time to buy it if you haven't already, because that's going to give you, I mean, depending on where you're at in the Forge Pass, you should be able to, you might be able to get to here before the event ends, but you're going to be absolutely either at 30 to 40% XP boost and silver boost when you're doing this grinding over the next 4 days. So this is really the best bang for your buck, especially to help you squeeze more points out of these sorts of events. I love the Forge Pass for this reason, especially when I'm going to be doing some food farming and star ranking up some of my characters. This is really great, and the additional silver that I'm going to get every single run for basically everything that I'm doing, whether it's campaigns or dungeons. So where did we land up now for our after party? We got about, I think we started like 2,200. So again, just from that brief of what I did, that was 1,200. And I think as I keep doing this and I keep spamming this, I'm going to see where I end up landing. I think there's going to be an update probably, or I'll do some shard. If I have to end up doing some shard pulling, that's going to happen too. And you'll probably see that here on the channel. But I think that you can get some pretty solid progress, honestly, towards this for red just by doing some champion training related stuff with limited shard pulling. You might have to do some, but I think that you can get a lot of progress just doing that. The other thing that I want to talk about is, well, that's just ending. Okay, let's claim this stuff really quick. Dungeon Divers, is that there's going to be some upcoming tournaments. This is going to be challenging because you can see in the photo here that they're actually going to be giving away the path keys within the tournament. However, these are not very new player friendly because you have to do this. You have to clear Fire Night, and this is starting very soon, or maybe it's already started by the time you watch this video. Fortunately, I can't actually click on it to see how many points you need to do this, but I don't have the epic characters available to beat Fire Night. So if you're a player that's kind of further than I am, then you might have that available to you, or maybe you just have better champions. But my epic roster is garbage when it comes to Fire Night. I don't have a lot of multi-hit epics, so I don't really have a way to clear it in any reason. Actually, in fact, I don't think I have anyone other than Farrakhan that could give me a way to knock down the shield. I might be able to do it. Like Fane has a 2-hit combo, but I'd really have to dumb down the stages that I'm running, and I'm gonna have to see whether or not the energy that I spend on the Fire Night tournament to get the key is going to be worth versus spending it on food grinding and getting more coins that way. So I'm gonna have to really kind of math that one out. I'm not sure if it's viable for me, and that might not be viable for everyone depending on what epic champions you have available to you. Now, if you don't have Fabian, it probably wouldn't be worth doing any. I wouldn't pull shards for it, that's for sure. There's a bunch of rewards in here that I think are worth doing or giving you an excuse to food farm. But I probably wouldn't go ham on this otherwise if you don't have Fabian, because the reds aren't going to really have a lot of value for you. But there's some decent stuff that you can farm up anyways. There's some epic books. There's some other things on the side that might give you value to your roster here that you might be worth doing. And if you've been waiting for an excuse to basically level up your champions, then now's probably the time for that. So that's going to be the end of the video. But before we go, I do want to remind you guys that if you haven't started playing Raid Shadow Legends yet, now is the best time to do so, because you get 3 new champions from the QR code and the link in the description below. Legendary Elenaril, Rector Drath, and Ugo, best epics in the game, which you'll get. And of course, there is Supreme Gallic, which you can get if you start a brand new account by inputting the code Supreme6 into your promo code when you start your account. So make sure you do that. And of course, you can do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for all videos Raid Shadow Legends here on the Boilon channel. So that's going to be it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.